Hello, Student Services staff, and welcome to our first installment of Third Monday Student Service Collaboration Time. We're going to start with some quick updates about OASIS, and then jump right into Team Collaboration Time, where we're going to revisit the self-assessment tool that was launched at our January 23rd PD. After that, we've got some links to SSIT materials for our Student Services folks, and a link where you can request support for your team. We also have this link, which will include all of the Third Monday resources that we launch throughout the remainder of the year. So while OASIS was rolled out this year, schools have varying degrees of use and involvement with the tool. And it's important to note that by next school year, all school teams are expected to be using the OASIS system. SIMS information will be transferred by the end of this school year, and we'll no longer be using that system. OASIS will include a lot of functions, including systems for advanced learners, English language learners, special education documents, Section 504 documents, multi-tiered systems of support, and behavior incident recording. We'll also see the sunset of GUI, SIMS, and for using Infinite Campus for 504 and behavior entry. There will be training on OASIS for school psychologists, social workers, nurses, PSTs, counselors, and other school staff. There will be opportunities between this spring and the fall of 2015. And while there's training available for all areas of OASIS, really student services teams will focus on MTSS, special education, and 504 uses for OASIS. Now for our team collaboration time, a bit of grounding for where we're at. The big picture idea here is that we want student services teams to assess the functions of their team, assess how they are doing, and create goals based upon that, and determine some action steps based on those goals that they've created. This is an extension of what we started on January 23rd, and while different teams have varying degrees of involvement in that tool, we'd like to offer school-based student services teams the opportunity to jump into it. So you may be asking, who is our team? Are we talking student services, SSIT, what have you? Really, it's important to note that some schools have a very involved individual problem-solving platform at their building and may not emphasize systems level work so much. On the other hand, there may be a school with a very involved systems level team and somewhat disjointed or different functions around what individual problem solving may look like. So we offer the opportunity for teams to decide whether they're talking about systems level, individual level, or both types of teams. Schools are in different places in each of these areas, and that's quite all right. Really, that's the point of a self-assessment, is to see where we're at and where we need to go. And so, since we have several more sessions for these third Mondays, it's really good to identify with your team what you hope to accomplish between now and the end of the school year to use that time. Are you emphasizing work on how we function as a team and working on, for example, collaborative norms, or perhaps maybe more emphasized on what are the outcomes of our meetings? What do we intend to do with this team, and how is our functionality meeting that purpose? So again, team efficacy, having effective meetings together as a team, or working on the specific team goals will be available in our future Third Monday PDs. Now, the self-assessment. Many of you have seen this before, again from January 23rd, but what I'm going to walk us through is how we can find and use these tools. So if your team has done this already, fabulous, and if not, then I'm going to show you exactly what you do. So you click that link, and here you are at this Google Drive folder. And these are both the same document here, the Student Services Team Meeting Self-Assessment. The one I clicked is an Excel document and the other is a PDF. I would encourage you to download the document and rename it for the purpose of your own team to use it. You'll see it pops up here in your downloads, and you can open it right up using Excel. So, you'll identify which team that you're problem solving about. Team members will rate on a 1 to 4 point scale their own assessment of the team's where they stand on this scale. 2 and 4 are given with clear descriptors to show you what an exemplary and growth area type of functioning would be. If you fall somewhere in between, you might be a 3, or if you're below a 2, you might be a 1. All your team members can rate right here how they think they're doing. You may also want to write the date of that reflection. And then, as we return back to our folder, your team may choose to figure out composite scores, so doing tallies or checks for where each person rated the team. This can help you establish consensus as a team as to where you're at. It can also help to identify areas where there was a lot of differing opinions on the matter and to try to reach a sort of consensus by conversation with the team. After that, we can jump into the post-assessment survey, which will be emailed out to you again. And in this survey, you're going to identify areas of strength for your group, areas of growth, some action steps, etc. Now to get back to our presentation here. Again, that Google survey was emailed to you before. I'll email it again. And that allows us to get as much feedback as possible from student services teams, as well as design future Third Monday around that type of content. Now, we also have SSIT resources. Some teams may be highly functioning and very fluent with individual student problem solving. Others may just need a little bit of guidance or a few guiding materials to help them get there. Therefore, we've offered these links to allow teams easy access to those materials. And last but not least, we've included a way to request any resources from our student services staff downtown. And we will support teams as best we can. I want to thank everybody for your participation in this Third Monday Student Services Collaboration Time, and I look forward to getting those feedback and survey forms from all your teams. Thanks again, and have a good one.